Alright, today we are taking a look at the new Speak and Spell. Now, I got this at Target. I'm not sure if it's available at other stores. I've actually been on the lookout for a Speak and Spell on eBay for quite a while, and either they're broken or badly worn or cost a really pretty penny. So I was really stoked to find out that they were putting the classic 80s version Speak and Spell back out in stores. Of course, this is probably not Texas Instruments made. This is Basic Fun, who I believe puts out all those kind of retro arcade things. This is my Tetris box. Yeah, this is Basic Fun also. So they put out, I think, the Oregon Trail, and I think there's a Pac-Man retro box. But so anyways, this is not an authentic Texas Instruments 80s Speak and Spell, but I'm really curious to see how close they actually got to it. It promises original synthesizer speech technology. Sounds just like you remember. We'll see about that. 5 play modes. I don't remember how many play modes the original had. Spelling, word games, and more. Multiple challenge levels. Takes 3 AA batteries, which it includes. Hey, that's rare these days. Try me, press go. Well, I'm going to unbox it, and we're actually going to give it a actual try. But yeah, the box is pretty self-explanatory. A little description there. Makes spelling fun. This was actually really like my favorite educational toy when I was a kid. I took this dang thing everywhere. I think the original one had a headphone jack, so I'll be kind of curious to see if this one does also. Pop open the tape. Now, I'm really intending to give this to my 7-year-old daughter, but I have to admit the novelty of this, it really is kind of kid on Christmas morning for me here. And we have, oh God, you always got to make these packages really nice and simple to open. Let's see if I can just easily get through this here. And they're just little just kind of turn them 90-degree little holders in there. Alright, so weight. Feels very light. I seem to remember the original being a little heftier, but this is, a kind of a cheap, I think this, what was this? It was like 20 or 25 bucks. So it is cheap. It's going to be lighter. It's not the real deal. But let's take a look here. It does have the kind of flat vinyl keypads, and I seem to remember the keys on the original. You could almost kind of feel a button underneath the vinyl here. I'm wondering if this is more capacitive, but I'm not really feeling buttons underneath each thing. If it's capacitive, it might maybe last a little bit longer than the original, because I believe some of the letters on my original one, rest in peace wherever it may be right now, were kind of wearing through, and you kind of almost see like circles in them, if I remember right. But anyways, let's take a look here. We have a little pull tab, and make sure and throw it out when you're done. So the batteries should ostensibly be in here. They're behind a little battery door with a little screw. All right, let's turn this guy on.
Spell level B. Press go to begin.
So, first impressions turning it on. The screen, you can probably see it more on this video than I am just looking at it in real life, but it has really bad viewing angles. Can you see here if I rock it? Here it kind of disappears completely when I go this direction. but when I turn this direction, you kind of see everything all lit up. So yeah, definitely it's one that you kind of really have to have kind of almost at like a just slightly off 45-degree angle. Anyways, I'll try and keep it steady here so you can see it. As far as the keys, off and on are on opposite sides. You have your different word games. Go button, say it, letter keys, apostrophe, the pound symbol, hashtag symbol, whatever you want to call it, erase, and enter. So I'm just going to do regular spell.
Spell level D. Press go to begin.
Sure. Voice also, it has the same style voice. I don't know if it necessarily has the same kind of synthesized Texas Instrument voice. I can kind of tell already that it's not the authentic voice. So I'm guessing that this is probably not Texas Instrument fully licensed, maybe? I don't know, I didn't really read the bottom of the box. But it sounds... I haven't had a speak and spell in like so long, but I can still remember what it sounds like. And this is similar. It's got the same kind of mechanical intonation, but it doesn't really have that same kind of feel. But anyways, let's play one spelling game.
Level D. Spell level D. Press go to begin.
Oh, that was press that one.
Spell ancient.
Ancient. And if you say it.
Say it. Listen to the word and then try spelling it. Level A. Press go to begin.
Oh, that's a different word game. Like I said, I haven't really played this in a long time.
Spell level spell courage.
Courage. And of course, now that I'm making a video of this, I'm going to totally flub everything I try and spell.
Courage.
Enter.
You are right.
Hey.
Try discover. DISCOVER. You are right. Try dungeon.
Dungeon.
DUNGEON. Spell level D. Press go to begin. Spell leisure.
I'm going to try and get one wrong just to see what it does.
LEESURE. Try leisure.
Try leisure.
LEISUI.
Whoops. Did I get that wrong?
URE.
Yep.
Spell
Yeah.
level D. Press go to begin.
Still getting the hand feel of the game. It's all coming back to me, but yeah, the buttons, they definitely must be touch capacitive for sure.
RST.
Or something similar, because I'm not really having to kind of press in to make the buttons work. So I'm thinking this will probably last longer than the original. But anyways, so I'll be kind of curious to give this to my daughter, who I don't think has ever used a speak and spell before. I've shown her like the web simulators, and I think she's really going to be keen to play with this thing. But I'll see how much she likes it compared to how much I liked it as a kid. But anyways, for 20 or 25 bucks, compared to, the 50 or up to 100 bucks, I've seen some original speak and spells, depending on condition on eBay. It's not a bad pickup. It'll at least, satisfy your curiosity if you were a kid of the 80s like I was. So leave a comment. Let me know if you picked one of these up, what you think of it, or if you still have your original speak and spell and still use it. Be sure and like and subscribe for my next videos.